Alright, here's the big moment. We have done everything we can, we've double checked everything. What we're going to do is we're just going to turn the engine over without it actually firing up. We have an audience. Yeah. Well, that was a success. Little bit of smoke in the beginning, which was probably from the oil that I injected into the turbo units just to give it a first bit of lubrication, but that's all blown off and burnt off now. We've had it up to running temperature and up to 3000 revs, and there are no leaks anywhere in the engine, and there is no more smoke, so call that a success. There's one little thing that needs adjusting. One of the tappets is not quite right and it's making a tapping noise. That's what tappets do. So we can easily take the rocker cover off and just adjust that, or just all of the tappets while we're in there, and that noise should disappear. Your thoughts on that, Kev?
Told you. Should stop worrying.
Yeah, okay. I think it's beer time, isn't it? So, what does it all cost? Let me break it down for you. The brand new turbo was 440 euros, which converts to 711 Aussie dollars. The parts and gaskets and such like, they were 300 euros, that's 485 Aussie dollars. Cleaning and servicing of the heads and the valves and all of that sort of stuff was 1,760 Turkish lira, which converts to 305 Aussie dollars. And Aiden's time for ordering all the parts and basically making all of the bits happen at his workshop, plus the courier fees, was 500 Turkish lira, which translates to 87 Aussie dollars, coming to a grand total of 1,588 Aussie dollars for what was essentially a brand new turbo and also a complete rebuild of the top of the engine. Not a bad price, and I dread to think what it would have cost us in labour had we got someone else in to do it. So once again, a big thank you to Kev for being such an absolute legend.
We've had a box delivered. It's from Switzerland. Our friends Heinz and Heidi have sent us some extra bits of brilliing, we think. So we're going to unbox it and have a look, because it's a massive box. They said they were going to send us some replacements because they noticed in our videos how we'd practically used what they'd already sent us. So we just expected 2 little tubs. They've sent us a massive box. So let's see what's inside, eh? Oh wow.
Wow.
Wow, this is going to keep us going forever. We've got 3 bottles of the hand clean, which is great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, really.
Brilliant. Well, it's brilliant.
It's brilliant. Yeah, no, it really is. It's it just gets the grease off and dirt off straight away, and it's really soft on the hands as well. So 3 of those. Hang on, I'm going to keep that till. Wow, look at the size of this, Baz.
Oh wow.
All-purpose cleaner.
2.8 kilos of it.
Thank you. And lots of, oh, we could actually, these could be giveaways. We've got lots of these little ones, all-purpose cleaner, heaps of them. So we'll be thinking about that and working out how we can make some giveaways here. Wow.
We did rave on about the quality of the sponges and how they held up under lots of grease and lots of rough work. So they sent us a whole heap of sponges.
Yeah, look at this.
Great.
And a whole heap of microfiber universal towels, which is another all-purpose cleaner, and these are great as well, they really are. Gosh, thank you. There's a couple of the little ones with a sponge.
The shape sponge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to go into the thing really. These are fantastic.
It's amazing.
It is.
Very generous.
It certainly is. And I want to see what's in this one. So this is great because there are lots of little handbooks. So when we do work out how we're going to do some giveaways, you also get a handbook as well, so you know exactly how to use the product to its best advantage. So I'd just like to say thank you to Heinz and Heidi from Brilleen. Your products are absolutely fantastic and we really, really appreciate your generosity. Thank you. Kev, we've got a little gift for you. We've just received some cleaning products from Brilleen. They're all natural and everything, and we'd like to give you one.
Oh, thank you.
So it's all natural, it will clean pretty much everything on your boat. Everything's really top quality, so
Thank you very much.
you're very welcome. Jens, we've got a little gift for you.
Okay, let's.
Here we go. It's all-purpose cleaner from Brilleen and a really good sponge and wiping cloth.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. And this is Swiss quality.
And it's human, animal and nature friendly. And
Oh, it's fine.
yeah.
No.
Yes. You can get a lovely buff and shine on
Really?
your face. Yeah.
Instead of going to the barber, it
Yeah.
removes everything.
It does.
Out of it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
No,
okay,
it's,
let's try.
Yeah, it's great for God. I wish it did.
Yeah,
it's
that's
great
really-
for it's great for getting rust off and shining your stainless steel and your decks and everything.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
When do you want to start?
Let me have a cup of tea first.
Yes.
Hi, Lane.
Hiya.
I've got a gift for you.
Oh,
Brilleen. It's a
Brilleen.
cleaner.
is that stuff you used in an older video, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know, it's really good. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
You're welcome.
can't wait to use it now.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how I get on.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, no worries.
So this is a brand new stainless steel sink, and a product called Barkeep went onto it and caused it to oxidize a bit. And so Elaine's been trying to get that back to nice shiny stainless steel. We're going to give Brilleen a go and see if that sorts it out. Look any different?
Yes. I think it does. I think that's amazing.
Wow.
It's definitely made a difference.
Well, there you go.
Would recommend that, definitely. I can't tell you how many products I've tried on this sink because it's brand new. Unfortunately, what I did, I used rust remover on this mirror here to try and get the rust off, and some of the residue went in the sink and it stained it all. I've tried other products, but this seems to be the only one that's worked, and now it's just saved me from buying a new sink. Amazing.
We have 7 of these packs left. So if you're in the Kaş area in Turkey and you would like one of these, come and see us on ABC. We're on B Pontoon and we'll give you one. If you can't make it to Kaş but you would like to purchase some of the Brilleen products yourself, the address for Brilleen's website is on the screen right now. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email Heinz, and the address is in the information section below. Heinz is offering free postage and shipping to any orders over 50 Canadian dollars, and he's happy to transfer that to euros as well if that's easy for you. Check out the description below for more details.
Henrik Thistrup, who is one of our patrons, has asked that we give an example of how we go about choosing an anchorage. And for this example, we're going to use the Greek island of Skiathos. Here is Skiathos town, and we wanted to anchor as close as possible to that. Now the prevailing winds in this area are from the north or from the northeast, so we figured that this little bay here could be a good option. So we'll place a little place mark in there and call it Anchorage A. Moving around the island to the west, we had a look at this bay as well, so we'll put another place mark in there and call that Anchorage B. And just because we like as much redundancy and options as possible, we're going to have a look over here where once again we can see that what looks like boats tied back to the shore and maybe a couple anchored out. So we'll put another place mark here and call it Anchorage C. Now when we zoom out again, we can see that we have three choices: our preferred one, our backup one, and our double backup one. The next step from there is to go to Navily and have a look at what they say the bottom and the holding is like, and see if there are any recent comments from people who've anchored there. Navily on a desktop looks like this, and you can see this is our Anchorage A, this is our Anchorage B, and this is our Anchorage C. And surprisingly, our preferred anchorage doesn't get a green mark, it gets a yellow mark. So let's find out why people think it's not very good. Here we can see that the type of seabed at this anchorage is described as rocks. Well, I can say that our particular experience of that anchorage was that it was very sandy, so I'm not too sure whether Navily is accurate or not there. It could also be that this area in the picture is actually rocky, but we were certainly a lot further away from the coast than that. Navily of course shows us the protection, and the prevailing winds here are north and northeast, so we're protected from that, which is great. Now let's see what people have to say. Anchorage unsafe, seaweed on the bottom with 30 knots of wind. We got back to do it twice. I guess that means that they had to re-anchor twice in 30 knots of wind. Unprotected mooring of southerly and unstable in winds above 12 knots. Well, we found that not to be the case. It has good holding and the town centre is easily reachable by dinghy, but the wash of the ferries and the day trip boats makes it less pleasant. Yes, the town centre is easily accessible by dinghy. We didn't get any wash from ferries and day trip boats. Let's see what they have to say about anchorages B and C. Okay, so Anchorage B gets 3 yellows and a green. My plan would probably be to anchor in here if possible, so let's have a look at that. Okay, it says it's seaweed, but if the seaweed, there's generally going to be patches of sand as well, so you could probably find a patch. Protection from the prevailing winds again, and nice little anchorage, a little on the deep side with weeds, and about 15 meters at the best spot. Ooh, okay, so quite deep and weeds. Manageable and worth it if you persist. Good protection from the summer winds, but did have waves in the night time, probably from passing ferries and ships. So just the one comment on that one. Let's have a look at Anchorage C, which is this one here. Now it gets a green marker, and we can see there's a large sandy beach depicted here on this graphic. So let's have a look at this one. Kukunaris. So it's a mix of sand and seaweed. Protection from the prevailing winds again, and fantastic overnight stop. No bars open but no one else around. Confirm the attention to be given to the quality of the holding of the anchor. The night the bursts are strong, so he's talking about wind gusts I guess. During the day a lot of turbulence from multiple motorised objects. Quiet from 20 hours. Anchored in 12 metres, that's quite deep. It's quite a long beach. Very different from normal tavernas. Anchorage was a bit bouncy. Okay. Well, that's what Navily has to say about it. Our next move is to go to our Greek Waters Pilot Guide, written by Rod Heichel. This is an older copy, but it's still very relevant for the information we're looking for. So here is Anchorage A, Anchorage B, and Anchorage C. Let's just start with C, Kukunaris. And he says, Anchorage, anchor off the beach, clear of the ski channel, in 4 to 6 metres on sand. Good holding once through the hard sand. Good shelter from the Meltemi, anchored off here. So that was Anchorage C. Now let's find Anchorage B. Is this one here, Ormos Platania. A large bay to the east of Kukunaris with several hotels. Anchor off the beach in 4 to 8 metres on sand. Good holding, good shelter through, although there are strong gusts off the land with the Meltemi. So, different information from what we had at Navily. So Anchorage A, let's have a look at that one, which is the closest to Skiathos town itself. Here is Skiathos town, and that there is Anchorage A. So let's berth, shelter, Anchorage. It is also possible to anchor at the head of the bay, and a number of yachts are wintered afloat here. Keep well clear of the area where anchoring is prohibited under the flight path of the airport. Okay, so he's talking about anchoring here in the head of the bay, and the airport is just over here, and there is a flight path for aircraft coming into the airport, so I guess tall mast and airplanes landing is not a good mix. So there's no real information on that particular anchorage A. Now we're looking at Skiathos on our chart plotter, and we can see the inside anchorage, which is underneath the flight path of the airport. Our anchorage A was here, anchorage B was here, and anchorage C was there. So let's see what it looks like at anchorage C. Submerged rocks here and here. We can probably get our anchor in somewhat on the 5 to 8 meter mark, but it doesn't tell us what the bottom is here. Anchorage B, as we read in Navily, was quite deep, and our chart confirms a lot of that. You would probably not get into here because there's a submerged rock. It is sand, but you know, you'd have to really be lucky in a busy period finding a spot in shallow enough water there. This is our anchorage A choice, and you can see we've got this contour of 7 to 7.5 and 8.5 meters. Well, that's where we chose to drop our anchor, in the 7 meter mark, and it was sand on the bottom. I think on Navily the picture they show is more closer to here, which is why they said it was a rocky bottom. Now that we've taken a look at all of our information sources, we collate all that information together and make a decision. Our decision, as I said, was to anchor here in sand in 7 meters of water. Henrik, I hope that you and everybody else enjoyed that little explanation of how we pick and choose our anchorages, and of course if you've got any questions just leave them down below and we'll do our best to answer them. This week we've had a new patron come on board, and his name is Alan Jacobson, and Alan and I have been sending emails backwards and forwards to each other, and he's made us have a little bit of a rethink about a new playlist that we're going to put together. I'll tell you all about that in detail next week. Also next week we take the boat out for the first real test run of the engine rebuild. It's a good day out actually, and as I'm talking to you here now, Anja's back in the boat, still editing away furiously. Don't forget to check out the description down below for contact details if you are interested in the Brilene products. Really are really good cleaning products, so check those out too. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, we hope you have a great week.